Clever Pet is a game console for dogs. It provides increasingly complex puzzles over the course of the day to provide entertainment and engagement and teach the dogs how to solve simple puzzles. And in exchange for solving a puzzle, they get a little bit of their food for the day. So they're working towards their food and also getting mental engagement and stimulation that they otherwise wouldn't have being at home alone, bored, potentially chewing up shoes. So we like to think that we are addressing this issue where dogs are lonely and bored, and their owners are usually guilty, feeling like there's nothing left for their dog to do. You've probably seen the YouTube videos of people who have put, a GoPro on their dog's back to watch them just run around the house ceaselessly looking for their owner to return. So we're excited to give dogs something to do when their owners aren't around.
What it does is it presents puzzles and challenges to your dog that they can complete for little bits of their food. So it spreads the feeding out throughout the day and gives them something to do while you're not there with them. We adapt it so that it's just difficult enough for them to not get fat.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll have a smart dog who's well fed and has a good digestive tract because it spreads it out instead of allowing them to eat it all at once.
That's kind of cool.
It also actually, you can schedule it to turn on and off. So if you're worried about your dog getting too much food, you can turn it off at certain times. But it also is recommended that you put in only the amount of food that the dog's going to eat for the day anyway. We don't want to overfeed a dog. So you have the power to put in up to 2.5 cups of food at a time into the Clever Pet Hub, or as much as your dog typically eats. And so they can only get the amount that they're due for that day.
So what you're going to see is actually like the first step in a training regimen. It's a really simple game that just helps with associating the device with food. So what we'll usually do is have it just present food at first. So it'll just open up and show the dog that this is where you're going to get food. And then we're going to move it just a little bit further, have all 3 buttons light up, and if they just touch any of the buttons, if they interact with it a little bit, then they get a little bit more food. And so you just keep moving it. Now only 2 buttons are lit up. They have to hit the lit buttons or they don't get food. Then just 1. Then maybe the button starts moving. But our back-end architecture is such that you can download any game into the device. So you can imagine a world where people are making their own games for their dogs once they reach that level with the device.
There are dozens and dozens of games available. So there are actually some of the examples that we like to give. There's a Simon-style game for dogs where they actually have to remember a sequence of certain lighted buttons in different colors at a time. Like my dog, for example, is currently solving patterns of puzzles that have 3 different colored lights, and they come on in a different order, and he has to actually remember the order to solve them. You can see it happens in our video. So it's super fun to watch every time he does it, especially when he intentionally switches from one part to the other just to make sure the puzzle is solved correctly to get a little bit of his food. We're really excited to reach out to early adopters first. We're really excited that this addresses guilty feelings for people who don't want to leave their dogs home alone, and any dog lover who thinks that their dog is probably capable of more than they've been able to show so far because there's been no way for them to have that platform, and now they do. We're really excited by the opportunity to talk with so many different people who are also doing so many amazing things. There's a lot of opportunity for integration. There's a lot of opportunity for us to talk to media presence. That's been tremendously good to us. We've also had a couple of opportunities to present in competitions that have gone extremely well. We won our pitch competition on Tuesday, the Showstoppers Launch It competition, and we're really excited to be here for that. We had a goal of about 100,000 that we were shooting for, and we hit 180,000 pretty quickly. Princess. And what we like to do is encourage that kind of creative thinking, but apply it to these more complex puzzles. So that's what we're doing over time.
How much does it cost to the non-Kickstarter folks?
It's $2.99.
Right on. And it just plugs into the wall, yeah?
Yep, plugs right into the wall.
I don't know if it was them.
I mean, the name.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of
Radical.
dog walking businesses, and it's like